Hello students, a very important video of binary search in Java, and here the search is to be performed upon the array. Alright, please subscribe my channel if you're not subscribed. Let me tell you what is the binary search. So as its name suggests, that binary search. So search is basically, binary search is meant for searching a particular data element in the given array. And what is searching? Searching is the process of finding a data element in the given array. Now students, when I talk about binary search, so let me introduce you with what it is all about. Before moving ahead, it is an efficient searching technique for finding an item in a given list of items. So basically when I say item here, that simply refers to the data element or data item. All right. And the list here is basically the array where I have to search the data element. Students, remember one line about the binary search. It's a condition which is to be fulfilled for the binary search, that binary search is or can only be performed upon the sorted list or array. In computer science, it is also known as half interval search or logarithmic search or the binary chop. How does it work? In front of you students, an array name is AR. The size of the array is 5 because 1 2 3 4 5 elements are there. Students, you can see here I have written index at the top. So index for this element 10 is 0, index for 12 is 1, index for 14 is 2, for 23 3, for 104 is 4. Different elements can be accessed using their qualified names. So qualified names are, for the first element AR of 0, second element AR of 1, means the name of the array and the index are to be combined. Index has to be specified in the square bracket, so that will be used to access the data element of the array. So this combination is required. Then for the third element AR of 2, then AR of 3 is the fourth element. For 23, for 104 we write AR of 4. Now how the binary search is performed and what it is all about. Students, if I ask you to get me the middle element of this array, how will you find that? You will add 0, which is the first index or the beginning index, and add this to the last index, that is 4, and then that sum is to be divided by 2. That means 0 plus 4 divided by 2. What do we get? We get 2. So that is the middle location, and definitely the middle element will be available at the middle location. So we need three variables. First for the first index, that is first, and the last for the last index, and then I need a third one for storing the middle location, that will be mid. All of these are going to be int type. So the formula becomes mid equal to first plus last divided by 2. Now students, suppose I want to search 104. Then what will happen? Uh, we have to first get the middle location. That means this will be AR of mid for us. Now this 104 is to be compared with this. Are they equal? They are not equal. So that means we have to find the element in the other areas now, or in the other locations. Students, I told you already that data must be sorted. So when I am here, means location number 2, that means the smaller elements will be before the middle element because it is in the ascending order, and the bigger elements will be after the middle location, right? So in this case, our element is bigger, element which you are looking for is bigger than the middle element, so I have to move to this second half, which is after the middle location. And we have to ignore the previous half because we have already matched the middle element with the element to be searched. Means 14 has been compared with 104, so it is bigger, so the previous elements are not possible because they are smaller ones. All right, so now we have to search our data in the 3 and 4, from 3 to 4. How do we reach there? By making our first 3. How it can be done? We can simply write first equal to mid plus 1, so that will be 3. Now the first is 3 and the last is 4, so again we get the midpoint. How? By adding this. So 3 plus 4 upon 2, what do we get? We get 3, not 3.5. Why? Because all the variables are basically of int type. All right, so answer will also be the whole number, not the fractional part, so that will not be there. So that's why instead of 3.5 it's going to be 3. Now the middle location has got what? 23, because the location 3 or index 3 has got 23. Again, they are not going to be matched because we are looking for 1 and 4. So it is bigger, so we have to move to the second half, means after the middle location. So now this time the first will become what? 4, and last is already 4. So 4 plus 4 students becomes 8. 8 divided by 2 is what? We get 4. So now middle location's value or mid value is going to be 4. So this time mid is going to be equal to the element which we are looking for. That way the search is over. Now we understand it through coding, but before that I want to read it out what this mechanism is all about. Binary search compares the value to the middle element. Means value to be searched. What was the value to be searched here? It was 104. I have already shown you in the example. And the middle element was, first time it was, middle element is what? 14. Because first middle element is 2. 0 plus 2 upon 0 plus 4 upon 2. So we get 2. So the middle element, so value to be I'm reading it again. Binary search compares the value to the middle element of the array. If they are not equal, then the half in which, remember, the half in which the value to be searched cannot be present. And here, which half? The first half value is not possible because they are smaller than the value which we are looking for. So value to be searched cannot be present is eliminated. So that half we ignore. And the search continues on the remaining half. So this half will be there. Again, taking the middle element to compare to the value to be searched. I have already shown you that. And repeating this until the value is found. If the search ends with the remaining half being empty, the value is not in the array. It works by repeatedly dividing in half the portion of the list that could contain the item until you have narrowed down the possible locations to just one. Data to be searched, D is what? 12. Data to be, I'm taking one example here. Data to be searched is, suppose D is 12 and first equal to 0, last equal to a dot length minus 1. That means 1 less than the length of the array. Here I've written the name A instead of AR, so that's quite fine. I'm just discussing the concept, not the actual code. And students have to calculate the mid by adding first plus last, first and last, and divide that sum by 2. So we get mid. So these three things you always remember, students. After that, students, steps I want to discuss. It says find the middle index first. That is the mid equal to first index plus last index divided by 2. Second, compare data to be searched, D with the middle element. So three ways it can be compared. Either it is equal, means if D is equal to A of mid, or if D is less than A of mid, that means data is less than the element available at the middle location. And the third one is greater than, means it's bigger than the element available at the middle location. Now students, third one means this step now, if it is equal, agar equal wala true ho jata, if that is true, then data is found. That means we have to stop there and we have to assign mid to found. Here I have written 1. It's better to have provide mid to found. And after that we have to terminate the process. Which process? Which is being repeated. Right. So for that we use break because we have to terminate the loop. Now less than, if the less than option is true, then ignore the second half of the array and focus upon the first half. It is for the ascending order. Ignore the first half of the array and focus upon the second half if it is in the descending order. Students, after that, if D less than A of mid, then last equal to mid minus 1, that is mid, that is for the ascending order, I have already told you, or first equal to mid plus 1, it is for the descending order. Don't forget this. After that, students, we have here greater than, true, then ignore the first half of the array and focus upon the second half for the ascending order. Ignore the second half of the array and focus upon the first half, that is for the descending order. Okay. Now if D is bigger than, I'm writing all the pieces of code here. So if D is bigger than A of mid, then first equals to mid plus 1, that is ascending order. or last equal to mid minus 1, that is the descending order. Students, above process to be repeated till the entire list is not over. Now repetition, for that very important component, that is the loop. Actually all these steps are to be written inside the loop because they are to be repeated. And what will be the loop? Loop is while loop here, and test expression is first less than equal to last. Only that is the range. Okay, beyond that you cannot search. So that is the loop, students. Now I'm going to tell you the complete code or the program. So students, we design a class here named binary search. Here we have got a function public static void b search, arrays int ar, int first, that is the first or the beginning index, int last, that is the last or the end index, and then data to be searched is int d. All right, we take a variable here int found, that is initially given the value -1 because that is cannot be equated to any index of the array. So found equal to -1. Students, after that I assign assign 0 to mid, that will be of int type. After that I write the loop while first less than equal to last, then mid equal to first plus last upon 2. I've already told you how to calculate the middle location. Now after that, three things: either the data is equal, so we write here AR of mid equal to D, or you may write D double equal to AR of mid, both are fine. If this is true, means it is equal, then I have to assign mid to found. And after that we terminate this loop by using the break statement. So break will be there after this. If they are not equal, then we come to the second condition, that is else if D less than, when the data is less than the AR of mid. So if I am looking for 12, that will be less than the mid. If we are looking for 104, that will be greater than mid. So after that, last, in that case I have to change. If it is less means the previous half we have to go. So in that case, last equal to mid -1, means one before the mid. Okay, else if D greater than AR of mid, if it is bigger, then what we need to do, we have to change the beginning or the first by writing first equal to mid +1. So only these three things are to be done. If it is equal, then found equal to mid and break, terminate the process. Otherwise last has to be modified mid -1, that will be having. And for the third condition, that is D greater than AR of mid, in that case first will be initialized with the mid +1. So these three possibilities in front of you, students. All right, nothing else has to be done inside this loop. Okay, and finally we close the while loop here. Outside the loop, students, if found equal to -1, then element is not found, that message will be there. Otherwise element is found at index, please put double quotes here, plus found, so then the location will be printed. Please remember that this has to be replaced by double quotes. After that, students, there is a main function which will call the binary search function or b search for finding the element. So I have got an array here int arr square bracket equal to 10, 12, 14, 23 and 104. This is the array. Now data which we are looking for, I give suppose 30, then int last will be arr dot length -1. So here the last is what, size -1. Array size is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 elements are there. So last will have what, 4. Now we call this function b search. It passes one array arr. First index is 0, so first will be having 0. For last variable is there which contains the arr dot length -1, and d is basically the data to be searched. Now I have passed this array, then beginning or the first and the last and the data to be searched, and the entire process will be performed. And if you look at this, 30 we are looking for, and here these elements are there. So what will be the output of this program? Output is going to be what, element is not found, because ultimately found is going to maintain its -1 because the element is not present in the given list. Suppose I am looking for 104, then what will be the output? Element is found at location what? Location 4. If you are looking for 12, then output will be element is at the location or index 1. Right. So I hope everybody has a clear idea of the binary search. Please practice it on the system. You will be having much better idea. Right. All the steps I have already told you. So different components, and then how to organize them to bring that this program into existence. So you need to practice that. Now recursive solution, student. Recursive, before moving for the recursive solution, I want you all to watch my previous videos of recursion, because you need to understand the basics of recursion pretty well. Then only you will be able to understand this process here. Students, class binary search I have written as it is. Then there is a function static is the modifier used here. Then int bs represent the binary search, and here the parameters, one array where the search to be performed, that must be sorted. So int ar square bracket comma int first comma int last comma int d. So students, here you can see that all the things are there, and why they are required, you are clear about it, because you have just studied the binary search array, where the search to be performed first is the beginning index, last is the last index of the array, and d is basically data to be searched. And students, what recursion says, recursion is all about calling the function by itself. Means the function call for a particular function is embedded within its own function definition. This you are already aware of. If you're not, please do watch my previous videos. That is a must. Okay. Now, as I have discussed, I said that in the binary search, what happens? The array is divided into two equal halves. How it will be done? By calculating the middle location. That means int mid is to be there. So I have written, just see here, int mid equal to first plus last upon 2. So that way mid is calculated. Alright students. So either it will be equal. So I write here if d equal to ar of mid, or it will be less than. So I write here else if d less than ar of mid, or it will be greater than. So I write here else if d greater than ar of mid. All the three things you can see, it's there. That's fine. After that, students, what we'll do, I'm going to tell you, if you look at that test expression of the loop, that is first less than equal to last. Same test expression I will write here in the recursive function. All right. And you can see here what is written: if first less than equal to last. If that is true, then only these steps which I have discussed to calculate the middle location, to checking equality, if it is less than, if it is greater than, all these things are to be written within this condition. Means then only, means the process of recursion is to be continued. Where is recursion? You can see the function calls here. BS has been called here also, BS has been called there also. All right. Otherwise, when this condition is not true, then quietly the control is transferred here, and it returns what? -1. Means the data is not found. That simply means. Let me discuss it with you. Now, if the first less than equal to last, then mid will have first plus last divided by 2. Alright. After that, when we say that equal, so equality in the previous iterative code also, when they were equal, what I said found equal to mid. That is mid will be the location. So here I have just written if d double equal to ar of mid, then return mid. That's it. That simply means the data has been found. Otherwise means else if d less than ar of mid. If it is less than, what do we need to do? I need to go to the previous half. मैंने आपसे कहा था, I told you that whenever the data element is lesser, then we go to the previous half. Previous half, what happens? We have to modify the last, not the first, because first will be 0, but last will be mid, 1 less than the mid, means mid -1. So here you can see I have called the function again here, means I have passed this array again, comma first, right? That is the beginning, and this argument here, the last, is to be modified, right? And how it will be modified? We have to just write mid -1, right? Mid -1. Is that clear to everyone? Last will have mid -1 because the data is less. is the previous half. So just to learn that and keep it in your mind, you need to just think about that I have to write all the things in the recursive call. Means AR will be written. Definitely when the function is being called, int is not there, square bracket is not there, just plain name of the array. Then first will be there and d will be there. When it is less, I have to change or modify the last. So last will be mid minus 1. Similarly, if the d is bigger, the data which we are looking for is bigger than the AR of mid. In that case, look at this call BS, again the array, comma mid plus 1, comma last, comma D. So that will be modified and that will become what? Mid plus 1. Here in case of greater than, I have to go to the second half. And this is, remember student, for the descending order. Sorry, ascending order, not for the descending order. Okay. So for the ascending order, I have to move to the second half because that contains the bigger elements. So in this case, I do not have to modify last, I have to modify the first. So now instead of first, what will I write? I will write mid plus 1. What do I write? Mid plus 1. So students, it will keep on calling the function with the different conditions, right? And finally, if we are looking for element which is there, that will be returned through mid, all right? Return mid. Otherwise, when the entire array is over, the search is also over, then finally it will return what? Return minus 1. So that there is no need of having else over here. In the if, I have written all the recursive call, and outside that I have just written plain return minus 1. Alright, so this is the recursive solution for the binary search. Remember, to continue the process, recursive process, we need a condition. So first less than equal to last, then we calculate the middle location by first plus last divided by 2, and then all the three conditions which were there in the iterative solution, d equal to AR of mid, d less than AR of mid, and d greater than AR of mid. If the data element is found, means equal, that means simply we have to write return mid. If the data is not found, so either it can be less or it can be greater. So in that case, I have to make a recursive call. And in the recursive call, I have already told you in my previous videos also, the update expression, right, or the changes, are done in the argument of the function call. So here, when the data is less, then I have to modify which argument? The last. So last will have mid minus 1. If the data d is greater, then I have to modify the first. So first will have mid plus 1. These two things always remember. All right. And when this thing is over, then I have to close the curly brace, and outside that I will write return minus 1. That simply denotes that the data is not found. Now student, this function will be called here public static void main string args int ar equal to 10 12 14 23 104, then key equal to 30, int last equal to ar dot length minus 1. Now this entire thing is to be passed, so we will pass array arr, then 0, this is the beginning, then the last is already having arr dot length minus 1, comma d is the element to be searched. Student, one more modification you need to do. Instead of key, you will be having d over here, so please write d, right? And after that we close these function and the class, and it is done. All right everyone, thanks everyone.